Hi, I guess most of you are familiar with the fact that there's the thing they call the Star of Bethlehem. It was actually ultimately last night, perfectly. But we've been watching Saturn and Jupiter come together for a number of days now. But anyway, we're going to show you guys how that all works out. So I'm going to start this recording here, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to get a video of this event. And what it is Jupiter and Saturn are getting very close to each other, and they were side by side yesterday. Get focused. They were side by side yesterday, and now Saturn is just a little bit lower than Jupiter. They've been coming together for a number of days actually now. And they zoom this up just a bit. Kind of hard to get it exactly right because once it's zoomed up, it is very, very shaky. But the thing that's really neat about this is the claim is, and it's probably accurate, you can see them both on the screen there. I don't know if you can kind of focus in on that. I can't really tell what it is, but we'll put the video on it. But can you actually get to up there? Can't really see them, I suppose, but it's basically they're right there somewhere. But anyway, it's not going to happen again for another 800 years, they say, and it happened last around that time ago. So it's a rather rare occurrence to be able to see. I'll zoom it up just a little bit more. It's a little bit grainy because it's a little gray yet, because it's obviously not dark. It's getting dark, dusk, but it's not dark skies yet. We may try to pick up again here in just a few minutes when it gets darker, because the blacker the sky is out there, the more clear you'll see it on the screen here. But it's fascinating. Every 800 years, you get a once-in-a-lifetime shot at this thing.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 1 through 12. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Well, I said I would come back out and show you when it gets a little darker, but that's not working so well. It appears the clouds have moved in, and so maybe I'll get another shot at it tomorrow. If not, I will put some of the previous videos that I'd shot when they were further away. I've been just shooting this thing for about a week, and the two, Jupiter and Saturn, have been getting closer and closer and closer.
We got a half a moon still.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a moon still showing, but not all that much even there. That's good. But any and all stars are hidden.
And when they were come unto the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
Without adjusting the focus.
Bethlehem of Judea was also called Ephrath. The town is 5 miles south of Jerusalem. Its name in Hebrew means house of bread. This Judean city was the birthplace of King David. It was the original city of Joseph's ancestors. According to Luke 2:1-7, he and Mary traveled there from Nazareth, and Jesus was born in a stable after they arrived. Herod the king was known as Herod the Great and was the son of Antipater, an Edomite. He became king by Roman decree in 43 BC. Wise men were originally the priestly caste among the Persians and Babylonians. These magi from the east were experts in the study of the stars. Tradition claims that there were 3 royal visitors who were also kings. However, there is no real historical evidence to verify this. Born king of the Jews, the wise men naturally came to Jerusalem, the royal capital of Israel, seeking one whom they thought was to be born a king, on the basis of their calculations of the stars. His star could not have been merely a natural phenomenon, since it led the wise men to Jerusalem and later to Bethlehem. It almost certainly was a divine manifestation used by God to indicate the fact and place of the Messiah's birth.
And look, I got it focused on those 2. I go down to the moon. Look how sharp it is.
When the scribes replied that he would be born in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, they clearly anticipated a literal fulfillment of the Old Testament prophecies regarding the coming of the Messiah. The quotation is from Micah 5:2. The governor who will come from Bethlehem is none other than the child ruler predicted in Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. Herod's fear of a rival ruler caused him to question what time the star appeared. His subsequent slaughter of the children at Bethlehem from 2 years old and under was apparently calculated from the time given by the wise men. The fact that the young child was found in a house indicates that the family had now moved out of the stable into a rented home at Bethlehem. Since the wise men brought these gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh, it has been assumed that they were 3 in number. Significantly, they worshipped him, indicating their recognition of the deity of the one whom they were worshiping. I hope you all noticed that Jesus was a young child. It wasn't the baby in the manger that we so often think of as these wise men taking these gifts. It is best to read and see what the scripture says to find the truth. Merry Christmas, everyone.